Hello, everybody. Now, we missed the last challenge video, but I wasn't going to let us miss it 2 months in a row, so it's now that time of the month. Also, from here on out, all the challenge videos will be on the final Friday of the month instead of the 4th Friday of the month. This just makes it more simple because some months have 5 Fridays. You know, we're just making it simple. And from here on out, all of the director's cuts will be 3 p.m. uploads instead of 5 p.m. with the same schedule of Mondays and Fridays, and then once we run out, we will be continuing with ARC videos in their place. Speaking of ARC videos, the challenge has now been rebooted starting today, and I'll be returning to the same daily content schedule under our new channel name, Polar Lotus. Also, I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. I did get sick over a weekend, so yeah. We'll still get this all out to you guys. I also probably sound way better than I did in my previous challenge videos because I am using a new, much more crystal clear mic, and I'm very happy with the quality. Enough about that though, let's get into the challenge of this, challenge video. This challenge is a bit different than my other challenge videos. This challenge video is based around a game called Rogue Legacy 2. A game that honestly I enjoy quite a bit. It's classified as a platformer roguelike game with permadeath for each character that you choose. Characters are unique as well and can have their own traits and classes and even little relics that help them do things that you can find throughout the trials. So what's the challenge that we're going to be doing in this game? Well, I'm going to attempt to see how far I can get with only 10 lives, meaning when one character dies, I lose a life. Now how is this a challenge? 10 lives seems like a lot, right? Well, in this game, death is necessary to upgrade and improve your characters. So in order to get as far as we can, we need to maximize each and every one of our characters' lives. Spoiler alert, I suck. Anyways, let's get into life 1 and see how far I can make it. So life number 1 starts in the tutorial. We don't actually get to choose our first character, it is chosen for us. This character's name is Sir Truman. He was here to give us the best start possible to this challenge. The tutorial went well and we got through it with barely any troubles. I won't bore you guys with the details. If you do want to see the full tutorial, obviously I will be uploading the director's cuts of all of these starting Monday after this challenge video is released. After beating the tutorial, the real game had begun. Thanks to the tutorial, we were locked with only the blank default character. This is both good and bad. Good because you really can't go wrong with the default. Bad because, well, it's default. Sir Truman would, however, prove that sometimes default is best. Our first bit of damage was from a static blade. Make that the first 2 hits. Unfortunately, damage this early on is terrible because health is not easily regenerated. After finding a chest that had a leather cape blueprint in it, we run into an heirloom. This heirloom would allow us to dash in midair, but it came at a cost. We would need to complete a few gauntlets to prove we could handle the power of the mid-air dash. After only taking 1 hit and managing to complete an obstacle course, we reach the end of the trial and are awarded with the new power of mid-air dashing. After getting out, we take a hit from a knight after accidentally looking away from the screen. We are now at 229 health remaining. A decent amount, but not great. But what was great was the relic we found. Now, relics are fun, quirky items that give some potentially massive buffs at the cost of resolve. If resolve goes under 100%, we take a hit to our max health. Seeing as we had 225% resolve, we could afford this relic. The choice was between a shooting star and a catalyst. Now, unfortunately, you do not learn what a relic does until you have picked the relic before. So after some guessing, we decide to take the catalyst because it looks cooler. This allows us to do 20% bonus damage to enemies with a status effect. Not great now, but later on it would prove incredibly useful. After this, we head east and run into an orchard room. Orchard? Orchard? Same thing. I'm not sure what their actual name is, but all I know is apples equals orchards, so yeah, the choice in this room is either take the full apple and regen lots of health and mana, or eat the rotten apple and lose health but gain max health. The choice here was obvious. We took the full apple because it's already hard to heal. Of course, me being me, I take damage to a flaming ball. Unfortunate, but we find a Scholar Helmet blueprint in the room by the trap. Coming out of that room, however, I take another hit. Not good. We then entered a chest room filled with enemies. After clearing them out with the bonus points for using our Catalyst Relic, we open the chest and get a leather weapon blueprint. Now came the part that made this run truly great. We stumbled upon another relic room, however the two choices were Amaratsu's son and the body buffet. Now I remembered what Amaratsu's son did from previous playthroughs, so we took it. What it does is apply burning to enemies that we attack. Pretty mediocre on its own, but with Catalyst it allowed us to pretty much increase our damage by a sweet 20%. After this amazing combo creation was done, I ran into another heirloom. This one was not as important as mid-air dashing, but it was still useful to us. It gave us the ability to calm nightmares, which are invulnerable stationary enemies that shoot you for attacking anything, and the ability to read spirits. We get through the trial with ease and only a few hits taken. We now had the power of Aesop's Tome. We make our way to Axis Mundi after getting the heirloom. This region is considered the second level in terms of difficulty, but in reality we weren't here for combat just yet. After climbing the tower, which we had entered through the secret entrance, we came across another heirloom. This one would allow us to use what's known as echo kicks. These echo kicks allowed us to bounce off of resonant objects, which have that little squiggly line above them, as well as refreshing our dash when kicking off something. This was something we certainly wanted. After absolutely smashing this trial, we take a few unnecessary hits while beginning our journey into the Axis Mundi. Finally, we discover a few goodies. A chest with a leather rune, and a stew ability. The stew ability is normally only available to the chef class, and allows our character to heal himself, which is great news for us. However, it only comes with 3 charges that need to be refueled by grabbing food items, such as those chicken wings that we sometimes pop out of furniture, and later on, pizzas. I don't know why, but I guess that's what these people are eating here. After getting the stew, and using most of it, we continue our journey through the Axis Mundi, leading directly into this fun event.
Okay. We have one more hit left and we're dead. I'm just lucky we were still within the frames of invincibility for that, Guess what, guys? We died! Woohoo! Okay, so this is everything we got done in our first life. That's not bad. We did good. We did good. We got a good chunk of change. I'm not gonna lie.
After our tragic first death, we immediately roll into life number 2. Rogue Legacy 2 has a special system for this. After death, you are faced with 3 heirs who you can pick from to go into the fray. After some critical thinking, we pick Lady Autumn, another knight class, but this time with an aerodynamic trait, which changes our downstrike ability into a sort of missile attack. Death also gives us the ability to upgrade the mansion, which gives us access to powerful upgrades and new classes. We upgrade in this order. An upgrade that allows negative modifiers to give extra gold, the first upgrade. An archery range, which allows us to unlock archers. The blacksmith, who allows us to build weapons and armor, something we would not use very often. 2 vitality upgrades, which give us more health. We also unlock the barbarian class and switch our current character to this class using the fun mechanic of being allowed to switch immediately upon unlocking. Then we unlock the enchantress, who allows us to create runes, and finally we buy the sage totem, which unlocks XP for classes. After this, we head down to the docks to celebrate our new powers and purchases and also demonstrate Lady Autumn's special downstrike ability. And our new giant axe, which we got from switching to the barbarian class. After this, we head to Sharon to head back into the dungeon after paying him a hefty tax, which is all the rest of our gold. The first parts of the dungeon are pretty basic. Deeper in the dungeon, however, we find two rooms of significance. A relic room, which we pick up an obelisk, which allows our skill crits to have a chance to become super crits. And a new weapon room, where we pick up the Celestial Scepter. Despite how cool it is and its projectiles look, I honestly felt like this was a downgrade to our axe. But I, of course, had to try it out. After some adventuring with our new subpar weapon, we come across yet another relic room, where we take Hector's Helm. A powerful relic, but one we would hopefully not use a lot. While below 50% health, we would deal 20% more spell and weapon damage, which is basically all the damage. A couple rooms later, we find another relic room and take Ambrosia, which gives us additional invincibility frames after being hit. Not something we would either want to be using more. This run was turning out to not be pretty good. Later on, we encounter our first mini-boss. These guys are much harder versions of regular mobs with special abilities. Luckily, we take them out with, well, ease would not be the right word. As you guys can see, we lost a lot of health. Not good, but we survived. After triumphing over the main portion of the dungeon, we move into the Axis Mundi to continue our adventure and gather more funds. Fortunately.
Looks like not. I guess that. It's good against lamps, I guess. Not good against skeletons, though. Oh god. Oh, really? Man, we are low health right now. He just sniped me! Oh, that was so bad, guys. Oh, no. No.
With the death of Lady Autumn, we move on to a new heir. We pick Sir Gordon, a barbarian who's a compulsive hoarder and a cartographer. We also do some upgrading. We unlock the training dummy, the mage class, which we switch to, and the Valkyrie class, which we do not switch to. We do a strength upgrade and follow it up with one more strength upgrade, and then 2 intelligence, aka mana upgrades, then a weight upgrade, which will help when we buy equipment, and to end it off with a safe upgrade, which saves us some money from Sharon's Toll. Speaking of Sharon's Toll, I forgot to talk about it more in depth. When entering the dungeon, we pay Sharon's Toll, which starts at 100% of any gold left that we have. However, this safe that we just purchased will save some of our gold, which will be awesome for our later lives. We enter the dungeon, and for the most part, it was pretty uneventful. We did, however, reach a relic room where we ended up picking up Fate's Die, which allowed us to insta-kill the 6th enemy we killed, if that makes sense. It's a pretty awesome relic. We complete a fairy chest challenge, which had a time limit and no losing health challenge, giving us a relatively useless spin kick rune, before making our way to the Axis Mundi to begin farming some sweet, sweet money.
The point when you can only do it twice, right? Alright, so we got one of those nightmare guys here. We could just do that, but I think there's a chest up there, if I'm not mistaken. But if we take one hit, we... What did I say? What did I just say? Oh, we had a good run though.
With Sir Gordon's untimely demise, it was time to pick our third heir for our fourth life. We go with Sir Marshall, an archer who is nostalgic and paranoid. As for upgrades, here they are. We unlock the chef class and switch our archer to a chef, and then a few other upgrades such as vitality and strength, and then one equipment weight upgrade, and finish with a magic power upgrade before heading out. After completing a relatively easy fairy chest, we run into another one that honestly baffled me. I spent a long time, and I mean a long time, trying to figure it out before giving up on it and delving lower to find a new ability, Comet Form. This incredibly powerful ability would allow us to temporarily gain flight and invincibility, but it would come at the cost of us losing our stew ability. After contemplating, we decide to take the new power because why not? The rest of our run, well, it was somewhat uneventful. It wasn't until we reached the Axis Mundi where something pretty unfortunate happened.
And we can't lose any health, which means it'd be hard. It's going to be a hard fairy chest room, and it means it could very well kill us. So I think we're going to say no to that offer. Thank you very much. Oh no! A blobfish! Out of all things, a blobfish!
This Axis Mundi place, it's claiming all of our people. Sir Marshall had fallen. To a blobfish, nonetheless, leading us to our fifth life. Lady Autumn II, who suffers from alexithymia? I don't know how to say that, guys, I'm gonna be honest. And is disattuned. Onto the upgrades for this run, we head over to the Enchantress to buy the Magnetism rune, and then grab an attack upgrade. 2 upgrades that allow us to regen health before a boss fight, and a Resolve upgrade, and the rest went into Vitality upgrades. In the spooky dungeon now, we end up reaching one of my favorite things in the game. These strange red portals enter you into a gauntlet, which at the end provides you with a few goodies. What goodies did we receive from this gauntlet, you may ask? We exit with a glowing ember, which deals 75% more damage on every 6th hit, as well as a massive bonus chest with alloys and elixir before teleporting back to the regular world. Back in the regular world, we get into a small amount of tomfoolery, including fighting a mini-boss, and getting a pair of glasses which negates Lady Autumn II's alexithymia. Before running into a boss room, we decide to take our first boss on.
Here we go. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. I think we've got this. Immediately I take damage. Let's try to hit him with some stacks of poison. Okay, I'm getting his movement patterns back. This allows for free hits. Okay, you didn't get me there. Okay. Honestly, this is not that bad, guys. That's probably the worst attack. Okay. A few free hits. I'll take it and give him a goo bomb. Oh, I didn't know he turns on that attack. Okay. That's my bad. Oh, I walked right into that. I was too busy looking at my health. Oh! Okay, we're kind of working it right now. No, dude. Okay. He's now at half. I hate that attack. Oh no. Maybe we've got to be so careful. No! We were so close. That was so disheartening, I'm not gonna lie.
Obviously, as you guys could see, this decision had led to the death of Lady Autumn II. Now we were on to Life 6. Over halfway to the end with no boss kills, we would certainly need to step it up these next lives if we were going to even try to complete the game. For our 6th life, we take on the role of Lady Erin, a chef who had no special traits, but she did come with her own relic, a Cirquette Stinger, which allowed us to stack poison on enemies we hit. Upgrade time, Vitality, Attack Power, and Rune Rate were the upgrades this time, before heading back out into the dungeon. Once in the dungeon, the only notable things we do is grab Achilles' shield, which allows us to do extra damage while we are above 50% health. Grab Freon's reward, which means opening chests restores health, before finally heading to give the Esoteric Lamech a rematch.
We're going. We got this. Hello, buddy. It's time for a rematch. Oh, yeah. Alright, immediately he goes for the beam attack. Let's start stacking. Oh, damn it. He didn't move fast enough. Alright. Good, good, good. No! Damn it. I was trying to... Okay. Nice, already down to half, and we're not even that. Alright, can I apply stacks? No, I can't. Oh, I hate those little heat-seeking targets. What? That hit me? What is the hitbox on that attack? Alright, we've got 10 stacks of poison on him. That's really good. Oh yeah, he's going down. That's it. Nice! We took a little more damage than I would like, but we've got plenty of refills. And that is the first boss down. On our 6th life, I don't like that. We still got like 4 to go, man. So... Ugh. Yeah, see. No, we've got 5 to go. Oh man, we're not beating this game in only 4 more lives. Like, it's just impossible. Well, it's possible, but I have to get really cracked if I want to do it.
The rematch was a success. However, we were incredibly disheartened by the fact that we had 5 more to go. This became less of a beating the game in 10 lives challenge and more of a how far can we go in 10 lives challenge. I think it was actually around this point when I had decided that was the direction we were going. After this rematch, we felt emboldened and we head back to the Axis Mundi, where many of our previous heroes had fallen. This decision would eventually be our downfall.
Why is it? No! I couldn't do anything about that either. You've got to be kidding me.
With Lady Erin's untimely and completely avoidable demise, we must pick who will live out our 7th attempt. We end up with Sir Timothy, a chef who also is a cartographer and has muscle weakness. What an interesting guy. For upgrades, we unlock boxers and switch our class to it. And I'm not talking about boxers like the kind some dude would be wearing. I'm talking about the kinds that punch people in faces. We then grab some damage and vitality upgrades before heading back into the dungeon. It doesn't take us long to reach Axis Mundi. We didn't really do much, and nothing really interesting happened in the main portion of the dungeon. Unfortunately, well, I'll let you guys see for yourselves.
But I dashed. So this game is just screwing me over now at this point, bro. It's crazy. Alright, please, be help. I can't do it. Okay, maybe I can. This is so risky. God! Ah! Oh man, he just fell out of... Oh. That was terrible, guys.
As you guys saw, Sir Timothy had a very uneventful life. One that barely even made it as a segment in this video. But that was behind us now. It was time for an heir of our 8th life, Sir Gordon. Makes a return, but as the 2nd this time. He was a charismatic chef. On to upgrades now. We grab the Architect, and then finish it off with a Vitality upgrade and unlock the Duelist class. And a crit chance modifier, then we head back in. When in the dungeon, we find a very strange weapon. A Kasa Obaki? I apologize sincerely if I butchered that name. It's an interesting weapon that allows us to glide and act as a shield from mid-sized projectiles. It's also a silly-looking umbrella. I don't know, man. Unfortunately, the rest of the beginning is pretty tame. We fight a mini-boss, then a double mini-boss, before heading to the Great Axis Mundi. Things there go pretty good, until we find a certain, very painful mini-boss.
What? I can't block those? It did say medium-sized projectiles. I don't think that thing was medium. That looks pretty damn large to me. He does do a lot of damage, though. You know what? Let's eat his suit. No, don't cancel my suit. Don't cancel. Oh, no. I pressed the... I pressed the soup button. I wasn't supposed to press the soup button. No! We're down to the final 2.
Those last 2 lives were unbelievably short, but we still had 2 attempts. Our 9th life would be led by Sir Matt, a boxer with hypercoagulation, and a monkey's paw. For upgrades, we grab an attack power, an armor bonus, and head back into this spooky dungeon. Throughout the start of our journey, we find a White Star spell, which is an explosive that hurts both our enemies and us, so we would have to be careful with it. We complete a fairy chest challenge with relative ease, and then come across a new weapon, Mjolnir. Again, sorry if I'm butchering that pronunciation, which is a hammer that can be thrown and deals damage when stuck in the ground. Pretty nifty. Our journeys, of course, end up with us heading into the Axis Mundi. This is definitely the antagonist of this run. I hate this place, but we've got to go through it. The Axis Mundi doing what the Axis Mundi does best. It roughed us up. Thanks to this character's silly trait, we now have 21 max health. Knowing this, however, we face the second boss and see what we can do.
Just go ahead and see what we can do. Oh god. Can we complete this hitless? Far from it, guys. Far from it. That was a meme, bro. Oh.
Before we even knew it, Sir Matt was gone, and it was time for our final hero, Sir Truman II. It felt fitting, as our first hero was named Sir Truman. Sir Truman II was a barbarian with no traits, perfect for our final adventure. For our final upgrades, a simple blend of health, attack, power, and crit chance. And after this, we venture back into the dungeon one last time. Now, I'll be honest, we didn't do much in the main portion of the dungeon on this run. We sort of speed ran our way over to the Axis Mundi, where the real fun began. While in the Axis Mundi, we found a dynamite stick, which would replace our barbarian shout. The reason we took this over the shout was because the shout required you to get hit to replenish it, something we definitely would not want to be doing. After this, we make our way over to the boss who had previously slain Sir Matt in one hit nonetheless. We wanted revenge.
Gonna do it. Come on. Okay, this is it. This is either where the run ends or we beat a boss. So immediately I want to drop a Tesla thing. Oh god. What? Okay. Okay, he's pissed. He's doing some weird stuff. I don't know what to do about that. Oh, dude, that big bone. That big bone! Oh no, guys. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, the big bone. The big bone. I can't do anything. Okay. Not the big bone! Yes! Oh, we have no health left, guys, but we did it. We did. We did it. Oh, that counts as a win in my book. All right, too bad we will not be getting our health back. And we still. You guys think we can do 4 bosses in this run? I don't know. I'm gonna be real, that was difficult as hell.
And revenge we got. The Void Beasts were slain and Sir Matt was avenged. Unfortunately, we were not feeling too good after that battle. With only 15 health to spare, we venture back into the Citadel Agartha, which is the main portion, by the way. I've never said that name, so my apologies. We went back there to gather some health. While inside the Citadel Agartha, we gather a decent amount of health and grab a fabled weapon, which honestly was not a huge upgrade. After this, we head into the new wintry biome named the Kerguelen Plateau. How do you say that word, guys? I don't know. We're gonna leave that in. I have no clue. Where Sir Truman II would meet a cold and gruesome demise.
Goes to show that this game is... Oh, you're slowed while attacking. Yeah, I remember that part. Okay, guys. Yeah, I remember that part. So that's probably what's... Who the zombie Minecraft? No. No. Alright guys, this is the final tally. Let's see what we ended off with. It was a fun run though. You know, we'll speed this up a little bit. Come on, come on. Oh! I don't know if that was the most enemies, but we definitely killed a good few. And we killed the boss. So... Man.
That leads us into the end of this challenge video. It was shorter, I know. But if you guys liked it, let me know. I would gladly add 10 more lives to this run to see how far we could get. Or if you have a suggestion for a challenge, with any game really, please leave it in the comments below. Anybody who comes up with an idea in the comments will be shouted out if I end up doing that challenge. Anyways, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content I create. Hit that bell icon by the subscribe button if you can too. It truly does mean a lot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.